What's good, y'all? Today I'm going to be blessing you with what I think is the best dribble tutorial I've ever recorded, man. So if y'all could drop a like, sub, turn on noties. The last dribble tutorial that I posted for 2K26, the part 1, got 500 likes. So I know y'all could get this to 1K likes. If y'all could do that for me, it'd be very much appreciated. I'm not going to waste too much of your time with the intro. I'm going to show you guys the dribble moves that I'm rocking for my tall guard and my small guard. They're going to be popped up on the screen. Other than that, I got a lot of different moves I'm going to be teaching you. The way this is going to work, the video is going to be sectioned off with a ton of different dribble moves in there. A lot of these dribble moves can be done on both tall and small guards. Literally 90% of them can be done on both. At the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I change some of the combos for both small and tall guards, just so you guys can see that a lot of these moves work on both builds, both heights, and just to show you how I piece different moves with different things, because some people might learn all the moves individually but have problems piecing them together. So later in the video, I'll be showing you guys kind of how I chain everything and how I put all the combos together, because I feel like these dribble moves really do just give you unlimited, infinite combos that you could just think of and just branch out in so many different ways. So yeah, without wasting no more time, let's get straight into the dribble tutorial. The first dribble move I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do is the momentum. This one's super easy. All you guys are going to want to do is make sure you're standing still. From there, you're going to want to flick your right stick straight up. Don't hold your left stick, don't do nothing, don't hold R2, just flick your right stick straight up, and then you're going to hold turbo and then move your left stick either up to the left or right, depending on what direction you want to, momentum in. So if the ball is in your left hand, you would flick your right stick straight up, hold R2, and then left stick would go up to the right. That's how you would do it if the ball is in your left hand. If the ball is in your right hand, you would flick your right stick straight up, hold R2, and then your left stick would go up to the left. Now you could spam this consistently, you could spam the momentum like it is on the old 2Ks. It is pretty easy to do when it comes to, just being able to do the momentum. So let me show you guys what it looks like. Sometimes I mess up the animation because it is a little weird this year, but you can spam it. You just got to get the timing down, and once you get the timing down, you guys will be able to spam it. I've spent more time uploading videos and recording videos than I have in the my court. So as far as my court, skills are, I'm a little rusty. My momentum skills are a little weak. But that's how you guys do the momentum. And yeah, let's get to the next move. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do the Scottie behind the back. This is another thing they brought back in 2K26, and it's something that if you use it right, it's super overpowered. If you use it wrong, you're getting the ball stole every time. If you use a behind the back, a moving behind the back or moving spin, and you bump into anybody, that ball is just going to start rolling down the court. So you have to use these things right, but it is super overpowered. To do this, all you're going to want to do is hold R2 and run forward, even if it's just literally doing a dribble move, holding R2 and just running forward a tiny bit. Literally, as soon as you start running forward with turbo, you can flick your right stick either down to the left or down to the right, depending on what hand the ball is in, what hand. Yeah, I said that right. I don't know what's wrong with me, but so if the ball's in your left hand, you would just run up the court holding turbo and you would flick down to the right. If the ball is in your right hand, you would just run up the court and flick down to the left. It's super easy, and I mean it's super overpowered. I'll show you guys real quick what it looks like when you use it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm low key. I have so many videos to record, so many things to do that I'm low key like just sitting here dozing out sometimes. That's how overpowered it is. I mean, if you use it to split a defender, let's say you're running to this side, right? There's somebody in that corner. There's either a lock or a popper guarding one of your teammates in that corner because you're running ISO. There's somebody in each corner, somebody on your team and a defensive player. And let's say you want a rim run But you don't want that person to pick up or to, reach on you as soon as you're getting ready to pass by like there. If you want to avoid that switch, avoid that reach, and just burst through the middle, hit him with one of them. Woo! I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. Next move I'm going to teach you guys how to do is the momentum spin into the behind the back. This is something you probably seen Glock 19 and a lot of other people doing on their tall builds, and it's probably one of the nastiest tall build combos that you could learn, but it's a little bit advanced. The momentum spin into the behind the back dunk. Oh, it's devious, man. So let's get straight into showing you guys how to do that. Let me plug in my hand cam. Uh, freaking cord go. Sorry guys, I know I'm kinda L-man's on this dribble tutorial right now, but alright. So for the momentum spin behind the back, you guys already know how to do the momentum. I showed you how to do that. So let's say the ball is in your left hand and you're starting out with your left hand. What you would do is flick your right stick straight up, hold R2, and then take off to the right side so you could get the momentum. Once you get the momentum triggered, it doesn't matter if you're going to, flicking straight up and you're going to the left and doing it to the left, or if you're doing it to the right. If you're going to the right, you're going to want to hold L2 and rotate your right stick the way you're seeing on the screen, from top to bottom like that. If you're going to the left, you would rotate it like that, from top left to bottom. So running to the right, you would rotate it like that. Running to the left, you would rotate your right stick like that. So pretty much you're just doing a half spin with your right stick. But if you're sitting there getting the glitchy spin, wondering why you're not getting like a full-on half spin, it's probably because you're not holding L2. So you do the momentum. Let me just run this down by you guys real quick. Ball is in your left hand. Flick your right stick straight up. Hold R2. Take off to the left. And then from there, you're going to want to hold L2 and rotate your right stick from the top right down to the middle like that. From there, you're going to flick down right on the right stick to trigger that behind the back while you're holding R2, and you're just going to run straight to the rack. So if the ball is in your right hand and you're doing it to the left, so ball is in your right hand, flick your right stick straight up to the right. Sorry y'all. Ball is in your right hand, flick your right stick straight up, hold R2, take off to the left. That's for the momentum. Then you would rotate your right stick the way you're seeing right here, holding L2. From there, you would flick your right stick down to the left to trigger that behind the back while still holding R2, and you would run to the rack. It's a little confusing, but I promise you, if you're just doing the spin and you're holding L2, you know how to do the behind the back. The behind the back is easy. Everybody knows how to do it behind the back. So just think of it like that. You already know how to do it behind the back. You know how to do the momentum already because I taught you guys how to do the momentum. All you have to do is hold L2 and do that half spin. Hold L2, R2 and do that half spin that just pieces it together pretty much. So let me see. Hold on. I'm a little washed right now, so I apologize. Wait, let me make sure that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, you guys couldn't even see what I'm doing. I messed up the spin on that one, but yeah, you guys pretty much get, you're doing the momentum, and then you're gonna hold L2, R2, do that spin, and then you're hitting that behind the back. Now, sometimes you get different animations. Honestly, it's just all about the timing and the way you're flicking your sticks. And if you're holding L2 in time, it just everything pretty much plays a factor into what animation you're gonna get. That's one of the animations I get a lot. It's because I'm not patient enough when I wait. But yeah, that's how you guys do the momentum behind the back into the momentum spin into the behind the back. Now you guys could also piece that spin right there, that little half spin. That you got that glitchy half spin that goes right into the behind the back as well. So there's a lot of different things that go into that behind the back, but yeah, that's how you guys do the momentum spin into that behind the back. So the L2 cancel in NBA 2K26, it's very similar to how it used to be. Now, for the people who know how it used to be, you would escape, speed boost, and before the ball drops, you would escape and speed boost again. So you would speed boost, and on that first burst, before the ball drops, you would speed boost again. That's how it used to work because the movement. This year, it's a tiny bit different, but it's the same concept, okay? So what you're going to want to do is hit an escape, and then you're going to run, and then you're going to flick up on your right stick, and then you're going to do an escape again and go. So that's how you're going to do it this year. Don't worry, I'll pull the hand cam up in just 1 second. All right, don't worry about that. I will show you guys with the hand cam what it looks like. 1 second. I don't know. I'm not the best L2 canceller because, you know, I don't really L2 cancel as an ISO player. This is really something that works effectively behind screens, but it's still a great move to get open behind a screen. Now let me show you guys again what it looks like. So that's like the L2 cancel. You could do it a lot faster and you could do it to both sides. I just obviously probably learned this like 5 minutes ago. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And I probably won't even use this because like I told you guys, I'm an ISO player. I don't really sit behind screens, so this doesn't really fit my agenda. I apologize if you guys hear like grass cutting in the background, man. It is obviously the worst time to record a video. Oh my god. That spider on the wall is ginormous. Hold on, bro. What? Nah, that's OD, bro. Okay, let me hurry up and show y'all with the hand cam and get up out of here, man, because this is low-key ridiculous, bro. They coming to get you, boy. Hold on. Nah, that thing was moving so fast out the corner of my eye, man. I'm telling y'all. Whew. That just stressed me out, man. But alright. As far as the hand cam, you're gonna want to hit an escape. So if the ball's in your right hand, you're gonna hold R2. Flick your right stick up to the left like you're seeing on the screen, diagonally up to the left. If the ball's in your left hand, it would go up to the right. After you hit the escape, you're going to speed boost. You still want to make sure you cancel the speed boost as fast as possible, okay? You're going to want to try and cancel that speed boost almost immediately. So, hold R2. If the ball's in your left hand, you would flick your right stick up to the right, you would speed boost to the right, and then you would flick your right stick straight up, and then you'd flick it up to the left right after to get the escape back to the left, and you would move to the left. So you're going to hold turbo the whole time you're doing this. You're going to hit the escape, turbo, I mean, you're going to hold R2, hit the escape move, take off, flick up on the right stick, up to the left on the right stick to go the other direction, and you're speed boosting in the other direction. If the ball's in your right hand, you would hold R2, flick your right stick up to the left, take off to the left, flick it straight up, and then straight up to the right, and then you're going back to the right. So that's how you L2 cancel in this game. It's pretty much the same as it used to be. You used to just escape, and then you would try and cancel the speed boost before the ball drops and hit an escape again. This year it's the same thing, but before you hit that second escape, you just flick up on the right stick. So you hit an escape, speed boost, cancel the speed boost as soon as possible by flicking up on the right stick, and then you hit that escape again and you go in the opposite direction. That's how you L2 cancel in NBA 2K26. Next move I'm going to show y'all is one of my favorite from 22, and that's the Hesy Hop. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you about this is the speed that you're going to flick your sticks is very similar to the combo moves from 25. So you got to flick your sticks super fast. what you're gonna want to do if the ball's in your right hand, you're gonna flick your right stick straight to the right, and then you're gonna hold R2 and flick it straight to the left. And you gotta flick that right stick, and then that you gotta flick it from the right to the left fast like a combo move. That's how fast you gotta flick it. And you gotta add that turbo in there. So if the ball is in your left hand, you would just hold R2, flick your right stick straight to the left. I mean, wait, you wouldn't hold R2 off rip, sorry. If the ball's in your left hand, you would flick your right stick straight to the left, hold R2, and then flick it straight to the right. If the ball's in your right hand, you would flick it straight to the right, hold R2, and then straight to the left. You got to make sure you do it quick so it looks something like this. So it'd be really fast. And yeah, that's pretty much all you're doing to get the Hesy Hop. I'll show you guys what the animation looks like. And the speed boost out of it is really clean this year. It's actually one of the best moves to get open in my opinion. So flick your right stick to the same side the ball's in your right hand, straight to the right. You'll get just a little animation like that. And then after that, you're gonna hold R2 and flick it straight to the left. You'll get that animation right there. It all depends on what escape you got. So you get the Hesy Hop, you can speed boost right out of it. Um, see, there's that one for that side. And yeah, man, that's how you do the Hesy Hop in 26. Now this next move is a little tricky, and this is the misdirection front and the misdirection behind the back. Now this is another move that they brought back to 26, and to do this you're going to want to stand still, and then it's pretty like, okay, so the speed you're gonna flick your sticks, I'm gonna compare it to a combo move. So you guys remember in 25 how fast you had to flick your stick from left to right to get that combo move. It had to be super quick in order to get it to activate. That's pretty much how you're gonna want to do this misdirection. You gotta do it super fast or it will not activate. So with that being said, if the ball is in your right hand and you're standing still, you're going to flick your right stick up to the left or down to the left. And then you're going to hold R2 and then flick it either up to the right or down to the right. So that's pretty much what you're going to want to do to get the misdirection right. If you want the forward misdirection, if the ball's in your right hand, you would go up to the left. If the ball's in your left hand, you would go up to the right. If you want the behind the back, if the ball is in your right hand, you would go down to the left. If the ball is in your left hand, you would go down to the right. So you're doing that first flick, you're pretty much just kind of doing the flick twice, right? You're doing it one to the side and then another one to the opposite side. Now that might sound confusing, but you're pretty much, let's say you wanted to do the behind the back misdirection, right? Ball is in your right hand, you would pretty much just flick it down to the left, hold R2, and then just flick it down to the right. So you're pretty much just doing the same thing but opposite with the right stick. So for the behind the back, you would stand still, flick it down to the left real fast, hold R2, and then flick it down to the right real fast. You know, it's pretty much all you got to do. You could either flick it up to the left or up to the right, or down to the left and then down to the right, and then you're going to hold R2 and just perform the opposite action. So that one, you know, it might be a little confusing. They made the misdirection a little bit harder, Mike Wang said, so it could be a little bit of a skill gap for people. But let me show you guys what it looks like. That's the forward misdirection. You see, sometimes you'll get like a crossover if you don't do it fast enough or you don't do it right. You know, you could chain a lot of moves out of it. And then if you want to do the behind the back version, hold on. There's the behind the back version. So misdirection, you know, it's in the game, it's very nice, and you definitely can combo it with dribble moves. So don't sit there and think that, as you guys can see, you know, you could chain it with a lot of moves, cancel it whenever you want. It's just one of those moves that'll take a little bit of getting used to, you know, flicking that stick differently than you used to. I'm just saying a whole lot of confusing stuff right now. I'm just gonna skip to the next dribble move. The next dribble move I'm gonna be teaching you guys is the escape slash the escape spam. So let's get straight into it. Now the escape is a move that's been easy to do for the last few years and it has not changed at all. This year all you're gonna want to do is stand still, hold R2, and then you're gonna flick your right stick either up to the left or up to the right depending on what hand the ball is in. If the ball is in your left hand, you would stand still, hold R2, flick your right stick straight up to the right. Now, if the ball is in your right hand and you want to escape over to the left, you would hold R2, stand still, flick your right stick up to the left. So it's either diagonally up to the left or diagonally up to the right. One or the other. And when you do the escape this year, it's not like last year where if you try to spam it, it'll like do a long drag escape. This year, you could just hold R2, flick your left stick up to the left, up to the right, up to the left, up to the right, and you could pretty much just spam escapes back to back. So let me show you guys what that looks like. Now I do apologize that I have to go back and forth between the hand cam and the actual gameplay. It's just because my Xbox remote, it doesn't connect to my PC and game at the same time for some reason, so I have to just go back and forth. So I don't know why it does that, but as far as the escape, this is what it looks like. You could spam it as fast as you want. Same with the behind the backs, everything like that. That's pretty much it, man. That's the escape. So this is what it looks like regularly. This is what it looks like when you spam it. You can spam it as fast as you want, and you could do that with any escape package. Asta Slide is also back in NBA 2K26. There's a few different animations you can use. There's the Luka Stepback, which is the one that I got on right now. Super easy to cancel, doesn't really require any work whatsoever, and it just looks clean. There's Zach LaVine hop step or hop jumper. Let me show you guys that one real quick because that one's also pretty clean. Zach LaVine hop jumper. I shouldn't have shot it out of it. But as you guys can see, that's pretty much like a little Asta slide right there. And you could shoot out of it or do whatever you want out of it. You could cancel it. As you guys can see, I just canceled it right there. But yeah, that's the Asta slide. There's also the normal step back and the what other step back can you do it out of? There's a lot of different animations that you can actually do it out of. The moving step back version, you're just holding R2 and flicking straight down on the right stick. And yeah, that's all you're doing with the moving step back one. But there's Klay Thompson and there's normal. These ones, you got to figure out how to cancel in order to cancel those ones. So, I mean, you can't even shoot off of it. Like, you can't cancel it by shooting. I'm sure there's some sort of way to cancel it. I just haven't figured it out yet. So, as far as the Asta slide, that's what we got for the hop jumper part of it. You're just holding R2 and holding your right stick straight to the left or to whatever side you want to Asta slide to. But yeah, the Asta Slide is back in 26, and honestly, I might get some gameplay using it because if you guys remember, it was one of my favorite moves to use in 22. Alright, now this next dribble move, I don't even think you guys need a tutorial for, but I love doing it, and I've loved doing it since like 23, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and that's the breakdown combo. It doesn't matter what breakdown move you got on, you know, all these dribble moves like the behind the back spam, the escape spam, you could do those with any animation. It's just going to look different depending on what animation you got on. Same with this one. So when it comes to the breakdown combo, all you're going to do is hold R2 and flick your right stick straight up. I mean, it's super easy. R2 straight up. So, I mean, I'll show you guys what it looks like in game. I love just comboing with this breakdown move, so you know, it's just personal preference for me, but that's what it looks like right there, the jaw. You can also speed boost really fast out of it, which is really cool. And yeah, it's just one of my favorite moves to chain into combos. So yeah, that's the Ja Morant breakdown combo, and that's how you guys do breakdown combos. Next up is the snatchback. This one's another super easy one, so I'm not going to take much time on it. All you do is hold R2, flick your right stick straight down. That's literally all you got to do, and then you'll get that snatchback animation. And the snatchback animation, this is what it looks like. Well, if you got my SIGs on, this is what it would look like, but it looks different depending on what SIGs you guys got on. There's a lot of different really good step backs in this game, but that's just how you guys perform a step back. Now, the next dribble move I'm going to be showing you guys is another one that's super easy, and you guys should be able to just get it down instantly, and that's the retreat size up. Now, a lot of people have been asking me how to do this, even though I feel like a lot of people have talked about how to do it. So let me just go over it real quick. With this one, you're going to hold your left stick down, just literally hold it down so you can walk backwards, and then just flick your right stick straight up. That's all you got to do, and then you'll start getting that retreat size up animation. Um, Let me show you guys what it looks like. You don't even need to use R2. All you're pretty much doing is just walking backwards, left stick down, and flick straight up with the right stick. And you guys will get those retreat size up combos that you're seeing on the screen. Alright, so the nutmeg, if the ball is in your right hand, running forward, you're going to hold R2, flick your right stick down to the left, and then straight to the left like that. If the ball is in your left hand, hold R2, run forward, flick your right stick down to the right, and then to the middle to the right. It's as easy as that, man. It's super simple, super easy. Last year it was down to the right straight up. This year it's either down to the right or down to the left, and then it's just straight to the left or straight to the right. So yeah, instead of flicking up on that second flick, it's just either straight to the left or straight to the right, man. That's all you gotta do this year for the nutmeg. Let me hop on the game real quick. Let me show y'all. You're doing it consistent. You could still do it the old way, but it's a lot less consistent. So another thing y'all could do is pair the Devin Booker move and step back with the nutmeg. All you do is just hold R2 and flick straight down on the right stick while you're running. So just run, hold R2, flick straight down on the right stick. Y'all don't need a hand cam for this one. I mean, if you can't flick straight down on the right stick and get a move and step back, dribbling ain't for you, bro. Pack up the guard shit. But other than that, you could just do a nutmeg and then just do the step back afterwards. So, hold on, y'all. I'm tired. Let me get the right animation real quick. Bro, I'm selling the dribbling. That's what it would look like with the step back. And you could just spam it. I'm tired, so my dribbling is cooked, but yeah, that's how you do the nutmeg, and you can add that, step back into it. It's really clean, and it gives you guys an easy shot. Another thing that's still overpowered is that Devin Booker breakdown combo. I mean, you can use this on tall and small guards, and it's still very cheesy. Crabs are really good this year. I spam crabs a lot because, I mean, as soon as you're in front of somebody or to the side of them, I mean, you can even shoot in people's faces here. So the crabs are just extremely good. So that makes the Devin Booker aggressive breakdown also super good still. All you're doing is holding R2 and flicking your right stick straight up. This is just another overpowered move that's still in the game from 25. Now I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do the curry slide spam slash behind the back spam. You could pretty much do this with any behind the back, but it just looks the cleanest with the curry slide. So to do this, you're going to be triggering the curry slide like you normally would. You would hold R2, make sure you're standing still, and if the ball is in your right hand, you would flick your right stick down to the left. If the ball is in your left hand, you would flick it down to the right. Super easy, and just like the escape, you could just go left, right, spam it left, right. Just keep going down to the left and down to the right, and you could just pretty much spam the behind the backs. So that's how you do the behind the back. It's just R2 and then right stick diagonally down to whatever side you want to curry slide to. Now I'm going to show you guys what that looks like, and then we'll get on to the next dribble move. So That's what the curry slide spam looks like. Another very easy but effective move to speed boost out of, and just to use in your combos. Now, if you want a curry slide on a tall build, use SGA behind the back. I'm not going to pull up the hand cam for this because I already showed you guys how to do the behind the back when I showed you the curry slide. But this is pretty much the curry slide for tall builds. So yeah, tall builds can get this super overpowered and you could combo it into any moves pretty much. The moving behind the back is pretty trash, but I mean, it gets the job done. And if you guys are doing the momentum behind the back, it's still good. So let me show you the momentum behind the back. Hold on. See that momentum behind the back was pretty dangerous right there. It's pretty quick. My dribbling is, yeah, it's a little slow. I'm not gonna lie. The only good part about it is the standstill behind the back. But Scottie Pimpin, it's two different varieties. You feel me? If you're a standstill dribbler, you could use this and you could combo with it, and it could look really good. And if you're a movement dribbler, you can use Scotty behind the back, and you could get open with that and go crazy with that. Another thing that I want to show you guys real quick is the moving crossovers. Now they switched it a tiny bit. Last year you could just hold R2, run forward, and just flick straight up on the stick, and you would just get the moving crossover. This year you can't flick straight up on the stick to get the moving crossover. So I'm just gonna show you guys real quick, the animation I got, I think it's Lonzo Ball. You guys should check my dribble moves. You already seen them. But whatever animation I got for moving crossover, it is super glitchy. Like I'm telling you, it's one of the best crossovers in the game. Now to do the crossovers in 26, all you got to do is hold R2, run straight forward or run in whatever direction, and then you're going to flick your right stick either up to the left or up to the right depending on what hand the ball is in. If the ball's in your left hand, you would flick it up to the right so you could cross over to the right. If the ball is in your right hand, you would just flick it up to the left to cross over to the left. It's a super easy move, something that honestly doesn't even require me teaching you how to do it. But this crossover is so glitchy and I've been using it for days, so I just thought I might as well put you guys on. But it's super nice. I mean, yeah, man, that's how you do the little crossover. For this one, you guys are going to need Jalen Brunson step back and Jordan Poole breakdown combo, but it is a super easy dribble move that anybody could do and it can get you open so easily. So let me show you guys with the hand cam real quick. This is one of those moves that I really don't think you even need the hand cam for, but I'm going to show you anyways. So to do the breakdown combo, you're going to hold R2, flick your right stick straight up, and then to do the step back, you're just going to hold R2 and flick your right stick straight down. So it's just R2 straight up, straight down. That's literally all you got to do. It's that easy. So with that being said, let me show you guys what this specific animation looks like, because these two paired up, it just looks super glitchy. I dropped a full video on it with gameplay and everything like that a couple days ago, so those who've seen the gameplay video, you guys already know what this is. Super glitchy. And yeah, it's really nice for combos. You shoot off of it, just get open off of it. It's just a really good move in general. Next up on the list is the hesitation. Now, hesitations, these are really good. Last year, I used Tyrese Halliburton hesitation. I mean, I overused that thing. Like, it was just so good. I mean, there's a lot of really good hesitations out there. So all you're going to want to do a hesitation is stand still, hold R2, and then flick your right stick either straight to the left or straight to the right, depending on what hand the ball is in. You're just going to flick it to the same side. So if the ball is in your right hand, you're holding R2, flicking your right stick straight to the right. If the ball is in your left hand, all you're doing is flicking it straight to the left. That's all you got to do. After that, you could speed boost right out of it, and you can even do the fake hezzy like you used to be able to do in 2K22. It just depends what animation you guys got on. Now let me show you what the hezzy looks like with Kobe White. There's a lot of other really good hesitations in the game, and I might test some of them out. I got a lot of other dribble moves that I'm going to be posting. There's going to be a full-on glitchy dribble tutorial coming soon, so just stay tuned for that. But that's what the hezzy looks like. I honestly might end up changing mine in the future, but regardless, you guys know how to use the Hesy, so if you end up choosing a different one, that is completely up to you guys. Now, my adrenaline just trains so fast in here, but you could also do that fake peak that I was telling you guys about. Hold on. It works better with LaMelo Ball, but there's a lot of different hesitations where you just pretty much stop, you hit the hesitation, and then you keep running. And it's just a really good fake out that you could use to get somebody off guard and then switch back to the other direction. It's just a good way to left and right for the people that are left righters out there. Now I'm going to teach you two moves in one real quick because some of these are just super easy and I feel like they're just so easy to where I can explain a few of them at the same time for you guys. Now, the Morant go-to shot, this is another move that I love to chain in my combos, but you have to do it from your opposite ball hand. So if the ball is in your left hand and the left hand is your dominant hand, that's the hand you want to trigger the animation from. If the ball is in your right hand, you're not going to really want to trigger the animation then if you're a, left hand dominant player. If you're a right hand dominant player, do it out the right hand. It just looks and works a lot better when you do it out of your dominant hand. So with that being said, go-to shots, they're super easy. I mean, I feel like everybody should know how to perform them, especially after having them all year on 25. You just hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight up. That is all you got to do. R2, right stick straight up. Once you see the animation playing out, you can cancel it at any time. Now, the next thing I'm going to be showing you guys is the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper into the half spin. Now, to do the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper, right, you're going to hold R2 and then you're going to hold your right stick to the opposite side of the ball hand. So let's say you're doing an escape and the ball is going to move from the left to the right hand and the ball is in your right hand, then you would hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight to the left. If the ball is in your left hand, you would hold it straight to the right to get that glitchy hop jumper to activate. So that's how you do the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper. Now to do the glitchy spin out of it, so you're going to hold R2, you're going to hold your right stick straight to the left, you're going to get that Jordan Clarkson to activate. After it activates, literally immediately after it activates, you're going to hold your left stick down so you could run backwards. After that, you could hold R2 and you could rotate your right stick from either top left to top right or top right to top left, depending on what hand the ball is in. But when you rotate that right stick from, do that little spin like that you're seeing me do right now, it'll give you guys that half spin out of the Jordan Clarkson. So you guys are probably confused. You're probably like, yo, what does all this stuff look like? Let me show you guys. So for the first one, the Morant hop jumper, I mean the go-to shot, Morant go-to shot. Like I said, ball's in your dominant hand. So my dominant hand would be the left hand. I love to do this out of an escape. So I would escape to the left hand, hold R2, and then hold your right stick straight up, and you'll get that animation right there. It's a really good animation to rim run. When you chain it, it looks clean. You can snatch back off of it. It's just a really good move to put in your combos. Now the next one, the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper. Now, like I told you guys, I like to do it out of the escape because it's a kind of a move where you cancel dribble moves. So you could do the Curry slide, Jordan Clarkson. It's something that you do after a dribble move and it just looks very clean. So you guys see that, the escape and then Jordan Clarkson. So the Jordan Clarkson, like I said, you're holding R2 and then you're going to hold your right stick to the opposite side. So if the ball is in your right hand, it would be straight to the left. If the ball is in your left hand, it'd be straight to the right. Now it doesn't work to both sides. It only works to, you can only do it out of your opposite ball hand. So if you're a left hand my player, you can only do it out of the right hand. If you're a right hand my player, you can only do it out of the left hand. It's just one of those things where it only works to one side. So that's how you do the Jordan Clarkson. Now to do the half spin out of it like this, hold on, my fault y'all, my fault. I'm a little rusty, man. I just woke up from my 15-minute nap. But to do the half spin like that, you're just doing exactly as I told you. You're going to hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight to the left to get the hop jumper activated. As soon as you get the hop jumper activated, left stick straight down to run backwards. From there, when you do that little rotation that I showed you with the right stick, for left hand my players, right? So when you're running backwards like this, you would move your right stick from top left to top right with the spin. If you're going back the other way, which would just be like, see, my player is not going to do it right now, but if you're going the other way, then you would just do right to top left. But when you're running back and the ball is in your left hand like that, you're going to go from top left to top right. But once you do that top left to top right when you're running backwards, you'll get that half spin right there. And if you run at a nice enough angle, you could get that other glitchy spin, that one right there. But it's the same exact way, you're just rotating that right stick from top left to top right. Now I already showed you guys how to do the Ja Morant aggressive breakdown. One thing that I like to piece into it is the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper. I'll show you guys how I do that. It'll look like that, and if you're doing it to this side, it'll look like that. It gets a lot of ankle breakers, like an insane amount of ankle breakers, and it's just really good to get open. All you're pretty much doing is the Ja Morant aggressive breakdown that I already taught you guys earlier, and then you're just holding R2 and holding your right stick straight to the right or straight to the left if you're going to the left to activate a hop jumper. Pretty sure everybody knows how to do a hop jumper on this game. You're just either holding it straight to the right or straight to the left depending on what side you're going to. So you're just chaining the Ja Morant breakdown with the hop jumper, and you guys will get a little clean result like that. Another move that you guys could do and spam with practice, the Lonzo Ball moving crossover has a nice coming up the court tween. So to activate this, I'm not even going to show y'all it with the hand cam because this is another one that's super easy. Like, some of these moves are just super easy. So if the ball's in your left hand, you would flick your right stick straight to the right. That's all you're doing. If the ball's in your right hand, straight to the left. So it's either straight to the right or straight to the left. That's literally all you got to do. So just run up the court, flick it. That's not the animation you want. You're looking to get this little tween right here. Let me show you. And when you guys get it down enough, you could spam it up the entire court. I've seen people spam it. I just haven't gotten it fully down to where I could just sit there and spam it up the court. But I'm sure if I got it down, I'd be able to do it. But yeah, that's another move that you guys could do and go up the court with. The real dribble gods or the people who really want to learn how to do it, they will learn how to constantly do it up the court. It's pretty much like momentum spamming. It's just tween spamming up the court. Used to be able to do this in 17. It was super overpowered and it just looked clean, man. So yeah, that's how you do this tween spam and 2K26, and you guys need that Lonzo Ball moving crossover. Now this next one I'm about to show you guys is an ISO fan favorite, the moonwalk. Now to do the moonwalk, what you're going to want to do is you're going to hold your left stick down a little bit. So you see how my left stick is down a little bit? And you're going to spam down on the D-pad to do like a dribbling emote. So you're spamming down on the D-pad and you're moving your left stick down. From there, when you see the animation triggers a little bit, you'll be able to just move your left stick a tiny bit freely and just move around a little bit. But you're really, all you're doing is just holding your left stick down and then spamming down on that D-pad. And I'll show you guys what that pretty much does. So down on the left stick, down on the D-pad, and then when you start turning your character, as you could see, you'll be able to, you know, move around and actually moonwalk a little bit like that. So yeah, that's pretty much how you moonwalk. Super easy and super simple. Now this is where things get a little crazy. The 720 spin, this might be the hardest one for you guys to get down. Now to do this one, you're going to need Zion Williamson triple threat style, right? You're going to catch the ball. So as soon as you catch the ball, you cannot dribble, right? As soon as you catch the ball, you're going to flick up on the right stick to get a jab step. You got to get the same jab step that you guys are seeing me do in the video. In a second here, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. But you're going to flick your right stick straight up to the right. I mean, well, diagonally up to the right. I don't know why I say straight up sometimes. I apologize. But you're going to flick it diagonally up to the right. After you flick it diagonally up to the right, you're going to get a jab step. As soon as you see your player start moving, like is literally as soon as you flick your right stick diagonally up to the right, before the animation even starts doing anything, the second you see your player move, you're going to hold R2. You're going to rotate your right stick from bottom left to top right like that. Bottom left to top right, right? And then you're going to hold your right stick straight to the left. That's all while holding turbo. So what you're doing is flicking your right stick up to the right. You're going to get the jab. You're going to hold R2, do a spin with the right stick from bottom left to top right, and then you're going to hold your right stick straight to the left. If you do it all right and you get the timing down, the timing is the most important thing. It's not one of those dribble moves where you could just sit there, mess up the timing and hope to get it right. No, you'll probably spend an hour trying to figuring out the timing and figuring out how to get it exactly. But when you flick your right stick up to the right, that's the jab you're looking for. As soon as your foot moves, literally as soon as your foot moves, R2, you're going to do the spin with the right stick and then hold the right stick to the right. And you'll pretty much get a glitchy animation like that. Depending on your timing, will change the animation you get, okay? So I'm going to do it a few times and just show you a couple different animations. There's the one that you really want to get right there. If you do it perfectly, that's the animation that you guys will get. If you don't do it perfectly, see, sometimes they got my player grabbing the ball weird. See, sometimes they make my player grab the ball funky, bro. I don't know why they do that, but I don't know why my player keeps catching the ball like that. It's low-key stressing me out. But you guys understand. I mean, I showed you what the glitchy spin looks like. It's really just looking at different animations. I don't know why my player is acting like he doesn't know how to do a jab step the right way now, because he keeps holding the ball. Like last year, it never did that. I don't know why my jab is doing that, and it's just being so weird. But yeah, that's how you guys do the 720 spin. That's now that all the dribble moves are out of the way, what I'm pretty much gonna do is sit here and combo and show you a bunch of the different moves that I piece together and just how I make everything work. Because you can learn all the moves individually, but if you can't combo them, then it doesn't really mean anything at all. So I'm gonna show you how I piece everything together. Alright, so for one, we got the 720 spin. 720 spin, that's something I usually just do whenever somebody passes me the ball and I see I'm just in position for it. If I see I could just do it, you know, without really having to go out of my way, you know, maybe on an inbound, somebody passes it to me and I'm just standing there, then maybe I'll hit them with the 720 spin. That's just something I pull out every once in a while or whenever I'm trying to get reactions or whatnot. And then as far as the regular combos that I like to use, I like to piece the Ja Morant aggressive breakdown. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do any individual dribble moves in here. I'm just naming the combos that I already taught you and just showing you me piecing them. So I like the Ja Morant into the escape, right? So Ja Morant into the escape, and then you could curry slide and then add the momentum into it. So you could Ja Morant, escape, curry slide, and then momentum. I messed up the momentum part, but we'll try it again real quick. And as you guys can see, you can also add in that step back for the Kemba Walker, and you could pretty much just keep that going infinitely. The momentum part, I'm low-key just fumbling on, but it's just really good. You can also piece Jordan Clarkson hop jumper into it with the glitchy spin that I showed you guys earlier. So that's another thing that can just keep this going infinitely. You can also piece that hesitation in there. Hold R2, flick your right stick straight to the right. So there's a lot of different things, like the way that I combo on the small guard. There's a lot of different moves that can go into it and just piece into it. You can also piece the Morant really easily into this. So everything you're really seeing right now, it just pieces and flows. I'm not getting my momentums right now. I'm sorry, guys. But it just pieces and flows so good. So let me show you guys the Morant go-to shot into this too. I need to get some of my adrenaline back, so I'll shoot real quick. So let's say you're going. Let me show you that go-to shot. As you guys can see, you could piece that into it, get an easy rim run. You could also do all the other combos with these SIGs too. Now the momentum spin behind the back with the Scottie, the most effective way, like the really big Scottie behind the back. I do that on my tall guard, but you could still do the same version of it on a small guard. You just pretty much using a different behind the back, at least I do. I don't know, bro. I'm low key. I'm not even holding L2. That's what I'm doing wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm low key just trash right now. It is like 3 in the morning. I apologize, but um, if I could get this spin, we might actually be having a good night. Yeah, you see, that's the version of it on the small guard. I like doing it a lot more on my tall guard. It just feels a lot better doing it on a tall guard. On small guards, it's still good, but it's just one of those moves that, bro, that half spin is gonna end up like causing so many problems for me. It really does stress me out. But other than that, we still got the nutmeg combos that you guys can do. I mean, there's so many different moves that you could do, like with these combos that I got for the small guard, because it's just the combos are endless. I mean, like, I really don't even know what to say other than that. There's really nothing you can't do. You could L2 cancel. You could do the Hesy Hops. You could do the misdirections. There's so many things that you just gotta get creative with your combos and you just gotta craft them good. You guys see the way that I be moving in my clips. It's really just all about pairing stuff together, being able to make it look nice, and being able to get open easily off of it, because really there's so many moves to piece into these combos that you're really just going to keep chaining until you see an opening for one of the moves that's going to get you like open. Like this step back, for example, that'll create enough space to get you open. You can also add the retreat size up at any time. That can get you open. You got the Morant. This right here can get you open anytime. Looking for an opening for that. Looking for an opening to do the momentum spin behind the back, so then you guys can sit there and get to the rack real quick. I mean, I didn't really do the momentum spin behind the back right there, but I'm honestly, my momentum spin behind the back game is cooked for right now. I had it down really good earlier, but the more tired I get, the worse I get at doing it, and I'm not gonna keep embarrassing myself. But it's all about the way that you piece it together. Like I said, I mean, you guys see the way that I change some of these moves together. A lot of them are like, they just go together. All my SIGs just fluidly, just like, I don't know, they're just perfect, bro. They just match together so good. Every single combo flows perfectly with these SIGs. There's not nothing that doesn't just, feel absolutely perfect when it comes to it. So that's the small guard SIGs. I'm going to go over to the tall guard and I'll show you guys a little bit of the dribbling on the tall guard and how I be comboing on there. Now, I haven't spent too much time labbing on my tall guard, so bear with me, guys, but Like I said, that momentum spin, it just feels so much better doing that on the tall build. But on this one, we got a lot of the combos that I like to mix together is the breakdown combo. I can't remember what exact breakdown combo I got. You guys will see in the intro where I showed my SIGs. Like I said, I haven't played too much on my tall guard, but this is that breakdown combo. And I like to piece this with the escape because you could spam this escape really nice. And then the step back, the Devin Booker step back. So when you piece those three together, it's just really nice, and it's a beautiful combo to spam, especially if you start adding in the momentum with it. You start adding in the half spin. You could also do all the nutmeg combos on here. The nutmeg combos are clean. Since I'm rocking the Devin Booker snatchback on here, you guys can do the nutmeg into the Devin Booker that I was showing you guys from earlier. Let me show you what that looks like. The behind the back for Scottie Pimpin, the standstill one, is kind of trash. So I try not to combo it, but I mean the tall guard SIGs are also really good. The stamina drains really quick because I don't have really much of the badges, so I'm not gonna sit here and dribble my head off too much. But a lot of the same combos I do on my small guard as far as the escape spam, you know, pretty much doing the aggressive breakdown into the escape, into the snatch back, and then you can add the momentum into it. You can add the behind the back if you want, but this behind the back kind of sucks. I'd rather add in, you know, a half spin, or you could do the nutmeg combos. Got the moving crossover, the glitchy Lonzo moving crossover. I use that all the time on my small and my tall guard. That's another move that you guys are going to get familiar with. The Lonzo moving cross, one of the best crossovers in the game. You know, it's it's up there with Scottie Pimpin behind the back when it comes to getting to the rack and getting to the paint easily. So that's another thing that you guys are going to want to make sure that you know, have on your build and you're using. So as far as the tall guard, those are some of the things that I'm out here using. The retreat size ups, use those on every build. It's just a really easy move to combo with. You know, you add the retreat size ups with everything. This is what you're looking at. Hold on. I'm low-key selling the bags on the clips right now, but you guys could see the vision. The SIGs, if I had more time, like if I was playing on this build every day like I do my small guard, I would definitely be moving crazy on it because you guys can already see it's 77 overall, no badges. The dribble moves I got on it, I already got my main SIGs on it for real. All this build needs is just to be upgraded and played on. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be frying people on it. But the combos on this one are just they're also really good, you feel me? All the SIGs, everything works exactly the same with this dribble tutorial, like the step backs that I showed you guys in this video. All the dribble moves are performed the same, they're just different animations. So as far as the dribbling on tall guards, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh, hold R2, flick your right stick straight down, you'll get a snatch back. Hold R2, flick your right stick straight up, you'll get the aggressive breakdown. I already showed you how to do the John Morant one. Even though this ain't the John Morant aggressive breakdown, it's performed the exact same way. It's just R2 and straight up. So like when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not gonna sit here and just like explain everything twice in one video. But these are the combos, these are the dribble moves. It's pretty much, you know, my tall build is so fast, bro. I'm telling you, it's so overpowered. Everything from my tall guard, small guard. Honestly, this is just a big combined dribble tutorial combo video. All these moves can be done on every build. Like all the moves I showed you guys, the walk back, the 720 spin. Hold on. I didn't get it. I didn't catch the ball right that time. For some reason, my player is not catching the ball right. You got to catch the ball like that to get the 720 spin. But 720 spin, the momentum, the nutmeg, the misdirections, all of that stuff can be done on this build. You know, the misdirections, you could cook with all of that on this build. The Hesy Hop that I showed you guys a minute ago. Just because I teach you guys something on my small guard doesn't mean that you guys can't do it on a tall guard. You guys see the way I'm out here comboing. You could, you know, you could do all the misdirections on this build. You could do all the dribble moves that I taught you guys, you know, earlier in the video. Just because I recorded on a small guard doesn't mean you can't do it on a tall guard. There's lots of people who come to the comment sections of my videos and like, oh, you know, we need a tall guard dribble tutorial, but like little did they know the majority of the moves that you could do on the small guard, you could do on the tall guard as well. It's just literally different animations is all it is. But these are all my animations. And for both my small and tall guard, I feel like all these animations just they go together so fluidly and they match together so good that you guys will be able to combo so many different moves with it. If you sat here and really watched this whole dribble tutorial, you learned the misdirections, the momentums, the hezzy hops. You could do all of that stuff on a small guard. You could do it all on a tall guard. You could cook on either one and combo like a demon. You guys see me out here comboing on a 6-6. You see me out here comboing on a 6-4, going crazy on a 6-4. There's the momentum half spins, everything like that. I'm not sure if you guys seen my I might have popped clips up in the intro. Yeah, I probably did pop clips up in the intro, honestly, because that's just the way it is. You know, I probably did show y'all me cooking up in the intro. But as far as that, this wraps up the whole video. Combos, everything. This is the ultimate dribble tutorial for every build, man. I'm telling you, you put on these SIGs, you learn everything from this video for small and tall guards, and you're going to be a demon by tomorrow.